right, everybody. Today we're going to talk about pedigree charts. And pedigree charts is a simple way of showing how genes are passed on to the next generation. Okay? So today we're going to be using a dominant gene and a recessive gene. The dominant gene is going to give you black hair, and the recessive gene is going to give you blonde hair. Okay? Now, in a pedigree chart, you use circles to represent females. Okay, so this circle represents a female, and the square represents a male. Okay, right? Now, in this case, we're also going to use the following symbol. So whenever you see a pedigree chart and you see a T like this, that means that they fell in love, got married, and had babies. Okay? So in this case, we're going to call this mom. We're going to call this person dad. Okay? So circle, female, rectangle, square, male. They got married and had babies. Okay? Now, how many babies did they have? Okay, so in this particular problem, problem number 1, we're going to say that they had 3 kids. Okay? The 3 kids, in this case, let's say they had a son and 2 daughters. Okay, so there it is. So now, if you're reading the pedigree chart correctly, you have mom, dad, got married, had kids, 1 son, okay, and 2 daughters. Okay? Now, let's imagine that dad had black hair and mom had blonde hair. Okay, so what genotypes would they need? What gene combinations would they need to have black hair? So in this case, let's make dad homozygous dominant. And let's make mom blonde. Okay, so in order to be blonde, the only genotype you can have is homozygous recessive. Okay, so now, what will the kids look like? What phenotype will they have? Will they have blonde hair or black hair? Okay, take a moment, pause it, and try to figure it out on your own before I give you the answer. Okay, now, if you were paying attention in class last time, you know that dad has to pass on 1 gene, mom has to pass on 1 gene. Okay, and mom only has a recessive gene to pass on. So mom would pass on the recessive gene. Dad would pass on the dominant gene, right? And so the child, okay, is going to have to be heterozygous, okay? And that's going to be true for all 3 kids because mom only has recessive genes for this trait. Mom only has recessive genes, dad only has dominant genes. So therefore, the kids, all the kids, will be getting a dominant gene from dad, a recessive gene from mom. Okay, and that's the case every time. So in this particular example, all the kids will be heterozygous. Why? Because mom only has a recessive gene to give, dad only has a dominant gene to give. Therefore, what will be their genotypes? Okay, well, all the kids will have black hair because of that dominant gene. That dominant gene will overtake the recessive gene. So all these kids will have black